As we're hitting the road with Chris, Boston, and Brandon, we'll see the horrors unfold. From haunted houses to the darkest scenes, immersive horror, it's more than just dreams. Buckle up, we're on the road, horror road trip, let the fear unfold. Extreme haunts and ghosts we'll find in the rearview mirror, leave the world behind. Through eerie woods and ghost towns lost, discussing horror movies, no matter the cost. The thrill of the scare, the rush of the fright, we're chasing darkness all through the night. Buckle up, we're on the road, horror road trip, let the fear unfold. Extreme haunts and ghosts we'll find in the rearview mirror, leave the world behind. Through eerie woods and ghost towns lost, discussing horror movies, no matter the cost. The thrill of the scare, the rush of the fright, we're chasing darkness all through the night. Buckle up, we're on the road, horror road trip, let the fear unfold. Extreme haunts and ghosts we'll find in the rearview mirror, leave the world behind. Paranormal whispers in the dead of night, Chris, Boston, Brandon chasing every fright. Lights flicker, shadows grow on this horror road, there's so much to know. From coast to coast, every haunted sight, immersive horror, oh what a sight. Discussing chills that crawl up your spine, with horror road trip, it's always time. Buckle up, we're on the road, horror road trip, let the fear unfold. Extreme haunts and ghosts we'll find in the rearview mirror, leave the world behind. So hit subscribe, enjoying the ride, with horror road trip, there's no place to hide. Every scream and every ghostly slip, come along for the ultimate horror road trip.
I was muted that whole time. Oh. All right. Can you hear me now? Are we good? That's good that I was muted because I was bitching about something that I really just felt stupid bitching about. So that's good that nobody could hear that. So awesome. Back to me saying hi to everybody. I did say hi to everyone, but I will do it again. We got Carrie C here, Shaylin, Chelsea, Veruca. Good to see all of you. And then we got Reed here. John is here with us. TTT. Andy from the paranormal side of things. What is up, everyone? Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, we will messing with Chris's audio. Been busy, and I know a lot of you know that I was working on a movie. It's pretty much wrapped now, so now I have time again to be around to catch up and do some fun lives. Boston will probably be making appearances every now and then. Right now, she is dealing with something personal, and wish her the best. And I'm sure she will be back in no time in the groups and talking. Um, but yeah. And we were supposed to have Brandon tonight, but he wanted the opportunity to test out his camera before, and I didn't have time to test it with him. So you guys are stuck with just me. You know, people miss Boston. She'll be back eventually. Eventually. And then when she starts singing, you guys aren't going to miss her again. Going to make me be the bad guy and send her off. So yeah, let's I got some topics for tonight. Got a few. The first one, it's a real brief one that we'll just go over and get out of the way. About the Russ McCamey lawsuit cases that are currently going on. Still, everything is going. Hey, what's up, TJ? Lawsuits are all still going on. Justin did not show up for one of the days of court, and he is having to pay the sanctums for that, or the sanctions for that, which is basically Russ's lawyer fees and all that. They have, both sides have said that they don't feel that mediation will help. So that means there is no talk of a settlement in the works currently. And yeah, so that's still going on. Whenever we get more, make sure you follow us on the McCamey Manor road trip, because that is where we post all of the lawsuit stuff. We try to just keep that strictly McCamey Manor. What? It's TJ's birthday. Happy birthday, TJ. It's awesome. Should be out partying. So I hope you have a great birthday. And I hope you have a lot of fun and are with people that you enjoy being around. All right. So let's see if I put that on there. Let's see what that looks like. So yeah, so that was just a quick update. Honestly, we really, we don't talk about the drama stuff much anymore. Trying to just let that all fizzle out. It was fun while it lasted, but got old, and we want to move on with bigger, better things, which we are going to. Next thing, have you guys heard of a movie called Strange Harvest? It just came out in select theaters. I'll let you guys wait. Let me see if I can find any photos. I don't want to play. Oh my god, I need a new keyboard. It's really like a creepy killer in it. Okay, so you got a lot of people. Yeah, you're right. That is why they're hanging with us. Let me share my screen. Share my screen. All right. So yeah, this is basically like the killer. It's like a found footage movie. Okay. I went to see it today, and it was very different from any found. Like, it was. This doesn't spoil anything, but this may make you decide whether you want to actually go and sit through it. It's shot like a documentary. So it's like interviews with people. It's as if I think this was the best attempt to make something fake seem real. Um, it's the best attempt that they've done since the Blair Witch. Uh, watching it, I knew it wasn't real going into it. I didn't know it was going to be a documentary. But if I would have seen maybe a preview that it was, I might have thought that it was a true story, if that makes sense. Um, it's very interesting, very different. Um, I would say if you can either stream it or go to like an early showing of it, which is really weird. It only plays like in the morning around me. Like there's no late shows. It's only at like noon that it plays, and it's really weird because it's very gory. It's very gory. Um, but yeah, I thought it was a very interesting take on a slasher movie, set to how it was a documentary. Interesting. I just watched House LLC for the first time. Really? You just saw that for the first time? So that's just straight up found footage. This is like watching like something on like Discovery Channel or something. Just they showed like a lot of crime scene stuff, which like it got me to think too. With oh no, I don't like that. There we go. Um, if that was real, well, let's take any big case, right? Um, where's the line of showing stuff? Like, I found it interesting on some of these true crime channels that I watch. The Idaho Four, uh, one calling them the Idaho Four. I wish I knew their actual names. I haven't invested enough time into that case to know their names, but I know that the families don't like them being remembered by that. Um, but they released on like all the networks like the crime scene photos, and it just gets to thinking like at what point like for media do we general public doesn't need to see this type of stuff, do they? Like what are your thoughts on that? Do you think like we need to see these crime scenes? And then that's going to lead me into a whole other topic that I've been really thinking about a lot lately. I personally don't think that these photos should be shown. And I know when we had Boston on here before, I believe we did an episode, it might have been on our haunted road trip, where we talked about like when is too soon to investigate a location. Now, I'm not talking about the Idaho people investigating there. That's not right. That's way too soon. I'm talking about we got Super Discusso and TMZ. Yeah, like there's no reason for there's no reason for them to show a person's body. I mean, for the family to watch it, I can't even imagine being in their shoes and being one to say that. Like that, it's terrible. So like when we go to these paranormal locations and that, is that wrong? Like how do you feel about that? Like what makes a abandoned orphanage, right? What makes that okay to go and investigate than like the Watts house? That's one that I've heard of people wanting to get into and do stuff. And I know there's a lot of negativity on that. Is it just because of how soon it is? Because family members are around, people that knew them are around, and it's disrespectful? Because I feel like even in asylums or castles or any building that's standing, there's probably somebody that's related to it somehow that goes down the line. So I just really like to know, like, what are people's thoughts on that? Let's see. Which brings me to a place that just went to. Feel like insane asylums are bad energy. Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of negative energy stored in them. I'm sure same as like a prison anywhere where people have bad thoughts. There's going to be some sort of energy. Let's see. Hell House movies are great found footage films. Yes. Not that chicken nugget. I agree 100% with you. When is the next investigation? I don't think I feel. It's not going to be another investigation for a while. No. Possibly September, mid-September will be the last one for the year. And then that's going to lead us into a conversation a little bit later in the live for next year, because there's going to be a bunch. But I have one more place to hit up this year in Ohio. I don't think I'd feel investigating anywhere where there are living people who were affected by it. Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like any area, there's going to be a relative of somebody that's connected to it. Even places you've been already. Sorry about that. That was loud. So that gets me to all right, yeah, not disrespectful. Good. I'm hoping that's the thing, because I, do a lot of investigations and I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone. I try to honor and respect the property and the historic integrity of all locations that I go to. Which brings me to a location that I went to probably like, Shay, what was it, like 2 weeks ago we went? But it's a place called Auglaize Village, and it's in Ohio. Now, this is a historic village that has like 21 buildings on the property, right? And you can investigate any and all of them. I had planned when we got there, okay, we're going to hit, half of them, something like that. I will tell you what, didn't even get to more than 3 of them. We had some of the most audible noises, like not on the tape recorder. It was just out there. Everybody heard it. It sounded like another person there. I've never really experienced that before. And like, there was one part, we were on our break. We were with Get Haunted, and we were doing an event, and we were on the break section, just kind of recapping what was going on for the night. And there was a scream. It was so loud and sounded like so distressed that the guest and the event host all ran outside, because we thought that there was somebody being attacked right outside the door. We all heard it. We all searched the property with our flashlights. Couldn't find nothing. We had been told by the caretakers of the property that that was something that happened, and this property is, I think, 14 acres away is the closest neighbor. So it's not like it's in the middle of nowhere. Um, yeah, it was at one point somebody saw a person in a window. We did some shadow work where we basically just sat in the dark, and I mean everybody saw people just pacing in the background. It was a schoolhouse, right? And there was probably like 15 of us, 15, 20 of us. And we filled the chairs, but there was still like a whole row on both sides of empty seats. And at one point, when you looked around the room, it looked like every seat was filled. Um, Absolutely an amazing experience. I can't wait to go back. I want to go back, but Auglaize Village, um, they are in Ohio, and so if you ever want a good place to go and investigate, go check them out. Um, it's a very nice location. And that leads me into what some of you may or may not have known is I actually became part of the Get Haunted event company. I purchased the rights for the Midwest. So I am the official runner of Get Haunted Midwest. So in the near future, we will be having a lot of investigations for people to check out. I will make sure that somebody comes to these things and films them and shows the experience. We want people to see it. I will work on a promotional code for members here who will get a discount on tickets so that you guys, being a member of this channel, you will also be able to hopefully come and visit and go on a paranormal investigation with the crew. I am going to bug Boston to get her butt down to a few of these locations, but I'm planning on coming out swinging and having probably about 20 to 30 events lined up for next year. Already working on those and have some locked down. So this is going to be in a very exciting time. And thank you. I see the congratulations. Thank you so much. I'm very excited about this. It's something that we have tossed around for probably like 2 years. And it wasn't until recently where we realized, okay, this can be a thing. So yeah, we definitely want to see you all out there and really hope you come and investigate. Andy, who was in chat, I don't know if he's still here or not. He's come to oh, there we go, right there. He's been to many of the Get Haunted events. I've joined him on I think 2. I think we went to Mid-O together and the Convent Tattoo Parlor. Convent Tattoo Parlor is featured in my next video coming out soon, which is part 2 to the Evil 3, which was about the haunted dolls. And that takes me also to the Warrens Occult Museum, which leads me into the next topic. How do y'all feel about Matt Rafe buying the Warren house and museum? I know you probably have seen it. I can't go anywhere without being told about it. I'd like to know what all your thoughts are on it. And there are some misleading things that like people need to know as well. A lot of people think that Matt and Elton bought the objects in the museum. No, no. Nesper still owns all of the objects. Doesn't it? It does, doesn't it? It sounds like the plot of the next scary movie. Um, I went to the. I luckily got to go to the Warrens' house, um, back in June, and it's just so weird this is happening now because when I was there, I talked about how peaceful and homey that place felt. Like it just felt like going to like your grandma's house, right? Like it was warm, it was inviting. I got to I got to cook spaghetti on their on the stove. Um Let me see what we got. What do we got, people? I only hope he does justice and keeps it respectful. Matt needs to stick to comedy. And then Andrew says, I think it's a good thing. I can't wait to be able to investigate there. What happened to Tony? Is he still involved? Okay, awesome. Great questions. Andy, question for you. Investigate the home, or are you interested in investigating the museum? That's what I would like to know. Spaghetti. Tony is still around. So Nesper, which is run by Tony, Chris, and Wade. We know about Dan Rivera's recent passing. Tony, Chris, and Wade are the ones that are left. They own the objects. They own all the objects. What's up, CNR? How you guys doing? Thanks for dropping in. So they own all the objects in the museum. Matt and Elton are considered the legal guardians, right? And that's just because they own the house for 5 years and the museum for 5 years, right? It's a 5-year contract. They watch over the items because they're locked in the building. What's up, Taylor? So I feel better knowing that they don't own the objects. I think they are going to be treated a lot more respectful, knowing that those aren't their property, that they're just looking after them. So that makes me feel good. I don't know about investigating in the house, though. It just felt like that should be like a sacred area untouched, and turning it into an Airbnb, I think, is a lot. And I'm actually shocked they were able to pull it off, because the reason why the museum originally closed wasn't because it was dangerous, right? It was because of zoning issues. Yeah. Yeah, you feel weird about being an Airbnb? $20 says he already took her out of the case. I maybe I don't know. The doll scares me. The doll scares me. CNR doing great. We investigated Rock Island Roadhouse. Oh, no way. That's awesome. Yeah. Brings me to Rock Island Roadhouse, October 4th, 3rd or 4th. Make sure to get tickets to the expo there. I will be speaking. We will have a booth with our own immersive. The whole gang's going to be there. I'm talking Boston, Carrie, Shay. I want to say Brandon. We don't know about Brandon yet, but maybe Brandon. Shift happens. Long time no see, good friend. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we were talking about Matt Rife. So he, yeah, you feel the Shadow Dolls worse than Annabelle. I didn't get too much. I'll be honest, when I was in the museum, I got nothing. I had no feels. I think that was because I was in such a hurry to film. I just went really quick and got everything. I think I had to film everything in about 15 minutes. So the Shadow DAO though is pretty wicked, and on the next video I talk about it and show the Shadow DAO for any of those who are like, what the hell are these two talking about? Can't wait to see you and everyone there. Awesome. October 4th. Thank you. Yeah, so make sure to get your tickets to the Rock Island Roadhouse Expo. I think it's called Esoteric. Finally get it right now. Couldn't say it for the first few months. It's too big of words Sarah's throwing at us. But it's put on by the Rock Island people and help of Get Haunted staff. Very excited about it. And also, the Shadow DAO will be there. And so will Annabelle in October. So if you go, you can get tickets to the Devil on the Run tour and see them. All right, looking at what we got on my list. Did you guys see the meteorite that hit a house in Georgia? Like, we keep getting the thing saying that this comet's going to come and crush us, but then nobody notices the poor guy in Georgia's house get freaking obliterated by a meteorite. Sure, yeah, you'll be my security. Unfortunately, I'm going to be in Pittsburgh. Oh, John. All right, buddy. Well, then you got to come out to another one instead. Went to first I was on a run tour of Shanley. Oh, nice. Very nice. Now, that one didn't have Annabelle, right? That was only when they were starting it out, had just a handful of them. Yeah, they probably told him that the meteorite wasn't going to hit his house. However, it did. I can't even imagine your luck, right? You probably play the lotto all the time. You never win at it. Try to gamble and never win at it. But you have footage of that from, wow, that is crazy. Like, all of that, and then a meteor hits your house. I'd be pissed. That's my kind of luck. Here, there's an alien mothership. Yeah, I saw some amazing photos of this thing circulating the internet. Oh, sometimes I wish that it was true. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Yeah, it happened, I want to say, like yesterday or something. This thing, it just drops. It just drops. Oh, it's most certainly is AI. Thank you, Carrie, for dropping the link to Extreme Ticketing. This is where you can get your tickets for the expo. Guess what, guys? Tickets are $5. Like, it's $5 for that. There's some add-on things if you want to see like Annabelle and that. I think it's $50. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it, but it's only $5 for that. Yeah, you missed your ride home. You're staying on Earth a little longer. Sorry. All right, so this gets me to a bigger topic that I want to talk about, and something in my wheelhouse. Talked about the paranormal and all that, but we all know, like, I started with haunted houses. Always wanted to make my own haunted house. Video. Oh, thank you so much. Part 2 is coming out soon. E3 is Evil 3 for anybody who hasn't checked it out. It's on the YouTube channel. Yeah, it was probably the one video that I have been the most invested in making. Like, it's crazy, and part 2 is going to be a even crazier. So haunted houses was what I found my footing in right off the bat. And I've, if you've watched Monster Inside, you saw that I was part of McCamey Manor. It's a dark thing I don't like to talk about, but I from there learned about immersive theater. I didn't understand what that was, and for those who might not know what it is, because I know we got a few new people here, immersive theaters basically think of a play, however, you're the main character of that play. And you walk through while everybody else is an actor. If you've seen the movie The Truman Show, it would be something like that, right? And immersive theater tends to, they got all different genres, but horror is a big one, right? And I love it. I absolutely love immersive theater. So recently, and I'm not going to out this place because they're trying really hard. There is a new haunt coming out that is it wants to be the first ever year-long haunt, open 7 days a week. The staffing is like, I think they say in the video that I watched that they're looking for like 60 actors, 20 staff, 15 security, something like that, right? And their general admission right now is only like $15. Now, they're not up and running completely yet, so I'm assuming the ticket price is going to go up. The guy in the video, he says that like it's $15 for 2 people. If 2 people buy tickets, it'll be $15. Else you got to pay $30. However, if you go online and try to buy a ticket for it, it's just $15, no matter how many you put in. So I watched it. And they did a full walkthrough, which I think was probably the worst thing they could do. It is in Illinois. It is in Illinois. They did a full walkthrough. Hold on. Huh. Skeleton Manor. I haven't heard of that one. So it's in Illinois. Like I said, they showed a walkthrough, which I think was the biggest mistake. Now, they note at the beginning of the walkthrough that they had just recently wrapped up their night, and so there was only a handful of actors. So I take it that, there's going to be more throughout it. However, they claimed to be immersive theater. There was only one scene that I saw where a person actually does any sort of talking, but like the props that were used were just these random props that were kind of, they didn't go with the scene at all. Like one was an alligator, like an inflatable alligator. It was just really bizarre. And then seeing it go from there, it turned into almost like a traditional haunted house where people jumped out. In fact, one guy even said boo, which is the worst thing you can do as a haunt actor is say boo. The whole show, if it costs $15, I think, all right, it's not bad, right? But because they're going on the premise that this is immersive theater, they have different tickets that you can get. So $15 general admission, or they have $50 VIP, which is you skip the line. I can't imagine there's ever a line, but you skip the line. The owner actually said that he was closing out the parking lot. Nobody could park there because he expected the line to be through the parking lot. Don't think that's going to happen. But $50 for the VIP where you skip the line and you get a photo session. or $200 a month. That has to be, I'm hoping that it's a typo, but if you go to Eventbrite and try to look it up, it's $200 a month because the story's supposed to change, and that gives you unlimited times to go through it. Yeah, it gave that Wonka experience in London. Like it really gave that sort of vibe. But I know that these are people, right? These are people with good intentions. Like I watched this video and I just see them, and you, you know their heart's in it. And obviously they have a budget because they bought a very nice building. It's a huge building. But the pallet maze, which is the whole maze that you go through, if you've been through any traditional haunt, right? You're probably used to walls. It's only waist high. So you can see the whole maze. You can see everything from no matter where you're at. And I'm seeing this and I'm like, do you say something? Do you reach out and try to help? Do you try to do anything for these people, or do you just let them learn by their own mistakes? Like, what is crossing that line? It's just looks like a fort. Yeah, you could. It's literally plywood, just put up and around. What is this? A haunt for ants? Great Zoolander reference. Love it. It's hilarious. Yeah, okay. I agree how you say it. Like it's a group of it's a younger guy, probably mid 20s, right? Obviously, like I said, had some money to be able to get this thing even off the ground. And I hate to see him fail, but watching it from a distance, it's just like a train wreck. I just am afraid like they open and this thing just crashes and burns, and then there is no coming back. Yeah, Shay wouldn't be able to see over the waist high thing. Taylor, it's not Ben, but gives off, kind of gives off Ben vibes, which is also what scares me. Event, doing a public event, you charge for you to be ready for the public opinion. Hope that grows into something great. Yeah. Introduce yourself and what you do first. Yeah, that's great advice. Thank you, Aspen. Yeah, strong Ben vibes. We don't talk about Ben no more. And I'm not talking about Reckless Ben. Reckless Ben's still cool. Even though I haven't talked to him in like a month. Call me, Ben. Call me. What else do we got? Yeah, that's the main thing. They talked about main guy. He talks about working at community haunted houses and all that, and you can tell because that's what it gives off, and there's nothing wrong with those. Nothing wrong with them at all. But when you're going to be charging $200 a month, you're never going to be able to afford the staff. And that's also the thing, is like a volunteer place, right? Taylor, I didn't say the name because I don't want to out them like this. Like, I don't want to out them. Because they're trying, and I know that they'll never see this video. But yeah, I don't want to say it. I can always tell you, Taylor, afterwards. So, but yeah, anybody else doing any exciting haunts? I wish I was closer to Universal. Halloween Horror Nights looks amazing this year. Looks like all the haunts have finally been introduced. That's going to be very exciting. The end of this month actually have a influencer night at a haunt that I will be at. That I'm going to go through, and they're allowing us to film. I'm hoping to be able to go live. If not, I'll make something recorded because I'm sure they don't want to show a full walkthrough. When are you doing an extreme haunt? You're not doing an extreme haunt. Get the fuck out of here. I'm joking. Oh, when does that start? That starts soon, doesn't it? Is that like in the next week or two? We got that. Make sure that we share that in the horror road trip group. Help them get any last minute ticket sales. Good to next Wednesday. Next Wednesday. That should be fun. So you guys will be, is this a Veruca, is this a week long or is it a little more? Oh, Chelsea, you're doing Claws. Claws is a awesome remote experience done by Candle House. It's all over the phone. It's a phone call, and I won't say any more because Chelsea's going to do it, but it's a nice, fun, spooky one to do. Okay, 5 days long. Yeah, I remember the Blackhearts got away from doing these long shows for a while. They were down to just the 1 or 2 day ones, but I see they are back. Oh, cool! You're doing Claws too. Yeah, you guys are gonna enjoy it. It's really cool. It's a really cool, fun show. September, we are doing an investigation at Squirrel Cage Jail. I just recently heard of that place. That's cool. Really. Yeah, Iowa has a lot of locations. I am learning. I need to make it out there. Next year I will, because that's one of the states that I will be running for events. So, yeah. All right. Anything else going on with anyone? Anybody got anything they want to talk about? If not, I'm probably going to hop off here. Wait. Hold on. My mouse is screwing up. What the heck is up with my mouse? Wait, so both you guys have the same birthday? And you're doing the show? That's awesome. Happy birthday to you two as well. You got TJ's birthday, Veruca's birthday, Chelsea's birthday. I know, you did. You broke my mouse. Thank you. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I got nothing else. You're doing it on your birthday. Well, you have fun with that. That's going to be a blast. It'll be our first time there. I got hit by a door. Edinburgh Manor. I only touched the door, and was that? I think you showed that on one of your last lives that you had Rob and Sarah on. I think I saw that. That's wild. Edinburgh Manor. That is one I'm looking into as well that I would really like to go to. All right, guys. Well, it was fun catching up. I have more time on my schedule now, so I will be back to doing lives. You guys can all bug Boston if you want to see her back, but I think she's going to be taking a healthy hiatus. Aspen, great having you here. New face, I believe. I think you've been here once or twice before, but thank you for all the suggestions, everything. TJ, happy birthday. Faruka, happy early birthday. Chelsea, happy early birthday. And thank you, Carrie C, for dropping links. CNR, thank you for dropping by. Andy, all of you, I appreciate you all. And I will see you all again very soon. Bye.